Hi, and welcome back to Part 5 in creating clothing simulations in Maya. And again, my name is Hans Eriksson, and we're going to continue on now. What we're going to do now is we're going to take I've got both groups in here. I've got the simulation body, which is very ugly looking, and I've got the body beauty sitting here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the body simulation and we're going to wrap it to the body beauty. That way and then the body simulation is going to become the collision. The body beauty we're going to add later on. We're going to add animation to it through a cache file. That way we don't need a rig or anything. And the body simulation is going to be the collision for the cloth simulation. So let's go ahead and get that going. It's really not going to take all that long. We're just going to expand out the body beauty here, and then we're going to expand the body simulation out. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the body simulation, and then I'm going to control click the, here we go, the body beauty, and let's go over and find constraint. It's not going to be in the FX group, it's going to be in the rigging group, I believe. Under deform, yep, wrap. I'm going to go ahead and click this here. The one thing that you want to make sure is that you have exclusive bind checked. If you don't, this may take a long time for it to calculate, and it's really not necessary. Fall off can be volume. Everything looks good. We're going to go ahead and hit apply. And when we do, oh, that looks good there. Then we're going to take the socks and we're going to apply it to the, we're going to wrap it to the socks for the body beauty and click apply. We're then going to take the right shoe and wrap it to the sim right shoe to the beauty right shoe. Hit apply. Take the left sim shoe to the left shoe here and click apply. Now we're going to have one little problem here, and I'm going to kind of get this out of the way here for a second, and we don't need this anymore. If I click off the body simulation, and let's kind of move in just a little bit here, and if we do a render, you're going to see something a little odd. And let's bring up the render thing, and you can see that the body and the socks and the shoes are now not rendering whatsoever. And the reason for that is when you take something and you wrap to the other thing, Maya automatically turns out the visibility on the object that is wrapped to. So if I click the body, you'll see that under body shape, all of this had become unchecked. It happens automatically. So you have to recheck everything that you wrapped to, except for holdout. Let's go ahead and I think that's it. Yep. And the other thing here, let's bring this over here. Let me see, we did the body, we did the socks, and let's bring all that back. The shoe, oops, don't click hold out, and the other shoe. And I think that was it. So let's do another render here. Move this out of the way. And now everything's rendering just as it should. So everything's good. Okay, now we're ready to turn off the body beauty. We're not going to be really using that for a little bit of time here. We'll go to the collision body, and even though it says body simulation, it's actually the collision body. And we can close all of this up here. The beauty group, there we go. And we got the simulation group, and we're going to make a we're going to make this into a collider now. So let's go to the special effects, the effects tab here, and I'm using 2016. And if you're using an earlier model, or it'll, some of this stuff will be in slightly different things here, but hopefully you're using Maya 2016. I'm going to go to end cloth and create passive collider, and I'm going to bring this out here, and it's going to say create new solver, and I'm just going to hit apply. Okay, let's take a look over here, and you can see it's got a nucleus. This is the only time this nucleus is going to Maya will automatically create the one nucleus. So let's go ahead and give it a name. Will be unique. Boy, 10-year-old, CLO cloth sim, and nucleus. There we go. Now we got a unique name here. And see, it changed the name. It automatically update on the collider here. And the end rigid here is the rigid for this particular body here. So we're going to be creating more. So let's go ahead and give this a unique name as well, so we know what this end rigid applies to. So it'll be boy, 10-year-old, and again, I know this is redundant, but you want to have unique names. And so this will be body, collide, C-O-L-L-I-D-E, and I think there was only one L in collide, so let me go ahead and, spelling was not the greatest thing for me. Okay, and the next thing here will be, let's go ahead and grab the socks, and we don't want to create a new nucleus, so we'll go ahead and hit apply, and this will be boy, 10-year-old, S-O-C-K, socks, C-O-L-C-O-L-I-D-E, and rigid, and good to go. Then we have the shoe, so we'll go ahead and hit apply, make that a collision body as well, and B-O-Y, 10-year-old, shoe, left. Actually, L will suffice. Shoe left, C-O-L-I-D-E, and rigid. And lastly will be the last shoe here. Go ahead and hit apply. We can actually close this now. And let's change this name. Boy, 10-year-old. S-H-O, shoe, right, C-O-L-L-I-D-E, and good to go. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this. Everything has a unique name, and I'm going to hit Control G. I'm going to group it, and you guessed it, B-O-Y, 10-year-old, and we'll call this the FX group. And then I'm just going to close this up and add this to the Colision group, and we are good to go. Everything looks great. In the next video, the collision body has been wrapped to the beauty body. This has all been made as a collider for the cloth simulation group, and we're ready to start attaching clothing so we don't have to look at ugly green boy there, an ugly green naked boy. So let's go ahead and get some ugly yellow clothes on them. And I'll be back with you in the next video, and we'll get that taken care of.